And then you get this. Hey my people, welcome back to the Real Life video series. It is 2020 and we are starting the year off right. We're starting the year off with this episode with my sister, one of the strongest, most inspirational people out in the community right now, Renee Thomson, my sister. Welcome to the Real Life.
Thank you for having me.
Got our cuppers. We're going to have a yarn in a minute, but what's in your cuppa?
Tea, English breakfast.
Ooh, sugar?
One sugar.
One sugar, a little bit sweet.
Little bit.
Yeah, I got the same, but I've got 2 tea bags and 2 sugars. Terrible. Yeah, strong tea. It's not even like white. You can't even see the milk. So you grew up in Mount Druitt. What was it like for you and your family growing up in that area? What was it like?
Just love, a lot of support. Hard, definitely.
Yeah.
Like there was a bit there was a few stages where, I don't know, like people would still frown upon us. Well, it still happens everywhere, but like I really remember in high school still feeling like it was a bad thing to be Aboriginal. Like people still thought that, you know, we were so far backwards where we'd be like, we're here. Like we were only a few of the first Aboriginal students to go to that school as well. So
Yeah, right. What school was that?
St Agnes.
Okay. Okay. So it was a bit tough there growing up. What kept you from staying in school and pushing through?
My mother and my grandmother. Yeah, it's cliche, but it's seriously the truth. Like,
I know your mum. Can you tell us a bit more about your mum and what she means to you and your fams?
Yeah, so she's my everything.
Yes.
No, but she seriously is the reason why I want to make change.
Yeah.
So just hearing her stories, like she had to teach herself how to read when she was 18, like on the train going to work. Her and her friends would pass around books and mum could never read it. So she had to actually teach herself how to read. And she had an education, but like all black fellas, like was so far behind the 8 ball because we weren't a priority or we would push to the back of the class.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, she's gone on to do really, really, really good things, Mum.
Yeah, like what? I know a couple of things, but tell.
So she works...
Make her shame. She'll be watching this going, no, stop talking about me.
So she was really, really good. So she still is really good at sport. So she played New South Wales State. She got asked to play for the Australian camp, but turned it down.
Oh.
Yeah, because she had kids and didn't want to leave Western Sydney.
Yep.
Which is,
okay.
Yeah, understandable. But yeah, really strong, fierce Aboriginal woman on and off the sports court and fields. She was the fullback for the Redfern All Blacks. Knockout side, like she was just an all-rounder. She still plays tennis every day, does boxing. Like
Cute. That's super cute.
Yeah.
And so, did you guys always live in Mount Druitt, or was there a time where you moved somewhere else?
Yeah, so when Mum and Dad split, Mum met my stepfather, and then they moved to Parramatta and then further to the Northern Beaches. So we spent some time on the Northern Beaches, so Freshwater and Curl.
Just you or your siblings?
Yeah, so myself, my older sister and my younger brother, younger sister, we were all over there with Mum. So I finished my HSC on the Northern Beaches.
Wow, what was that like?
I can't really give it an experience, like really describe the experience because I would always run back out west every weekend. And I didn't really immerse myself in that environment, but it was very different to Mount Druitt and Western Sydney collectively, I suppose. But yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. And so your mum, dad, I've heard you talk about this, that you walk in 2 worlds, and I feel the same because my mum's Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander, my dad's white. What do having both of those in your, genealogy, how does that make you feel, and what strengths do you pull from both sides?
Yeah, I'm just proud. I'd say that I'm proud of both cultures.
Yeah.
Like it's something that I would never disregard, that I do have white heritage. It is in my DNA.
Yeah.
But obviously my matriarchal bloodline is something that I hold much closer. Not close like it's competition, but like...
No, yeah, no,
well, it
I'm
is.
with
Like
you.
we're from our mother's bloodline. So, no, I think I take both strengths. Like my father's family, they're a really strong family. My dad was raised by his single mother.
Yeah.
in Lethbridge Park, so Mount Druitt as well. Same thing, he runs his own business, he owns his own house, has a holiday house. Like they've just showed us what hard work is, and if you want something, you have to work for it. Like, and I suppose that comes from both sides of culture. Two very different cultures.
Yeah.
But again, like I come from a very staunch line of Aboriginal people, and they've paved the way to allow me to be able to talk today.
Well, you spoke about your nana. She has an amazing story. What about her story that do you bring to your everyday work?
Yeah, so my mum's mum.
Yeah.
I think it's just knowing what she faced growing up. And I think it's something that I carry within myself every single day. So that's what motivates me to want to keep making changes. What she had gone through and what our elders continue to go through.
Yeah.
Like it hasn't stopped. It's gotten worse. And that's what I have to tell people. That's not gotten better.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she, your mum must be super proud of all of you kids, I think. One of your family's so visible in your community, but also everyone knows how hard you work. And you currently work at Kimberwally. Can you tell everybody what that place is like and what's it like to work there and work with Mob?
Yeah. So Kimberwally is a Premier's priority in the New South Wales government. So just quickly, the government committed $20 million to Western Sydney to create an Aboriginal Centre for Excellence. Long story short, they worked alongside community and Aboriginal consultants, Aboriginal architects, Aboriginal builders to get the centre up and running. And it's a bit surreal. So I was part of the process much before the building come to life. So it's part of the project advisory committee and really helped steer it in the way that it needed to go to make sure that it was grounded in community. Yeah. Because I think you see far too often all of these big government projects sometimes lose their touch with community. Yes. But working there, it's just, and speaking to my mum and my uncles and aunties about it, it's something that they would have wished to have when they were growing up.
Yeah. For sure.
It's something that I believe will create a legacy. And I've always said from the beginning, I hope this centre has the potential to impact my grandchildren's grandchildren when they walk through the door. So our kids walk through.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I think so too. And when I first, I was working out in the West when this project came across my desk and I was so excited for it because the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander youth of Western Sydney are like no other. But they've got stories to tell. They're the most creative kids I've seen. Staunch but proud and eager to get out into the world. So any sort of program that can help them is definitely needed. Yeah. But I know you're quite young. I'm not going to say how young she is. Same age as me. No, but you're a role model, and you're a role model to even people like me, even though I'm a year older than you. But you're a role model. I see you as a role model. Do you see yourself as a role model?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no. I don't. I just think I'm trying to create more opportunities for people who don't have the access to the opportunities that I have. And I don't see myself as a role model.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Because you're just in rolling your sleeves up, doing the thing.
Yeah, and if I was a role model, I could rattle off 100 names who are people of role models who all do the same work. But I think if you're grounded in your community, and also people who do bigger things on the top level on different scales, we're all role models. We all get up and we've got to be resilient to keep going. So I think every blackfellow who has to work in a white environment leads the way. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to take that quote, put it on a shirt, probably use it in an essay coming up. Did you have, you talked about your mum and your nana, are there role models out there in our community that you look up to, or, famous people that inspire you?
Yeah, it's a range of people.
Go on.
So when I see people, not cliche because I'm in a company, but like Mayra, people who have really paved the way. And I think people I can always say my family, all of my family members who have come before me, because they've played really fundamental roles in creating the Aboriginal rights movements for
Yep.
all Aboriginal people. But yeah, it's people like the mayors, people like, I used to work for Adam Ridgway, Lil Gordon, who's my current director, and even the elders in my community. My Auntie Vicky, who works so hard within my community.
Yeah.
Like it's, I sound so cliche, but it's literally like all blackfellas who I see who offer something, and not even if they offer something to community or they offer something to everyone. Like I pick up pieces from different people, even the people who have had negative connotations towards me. So it's like I meet people who, it happened to me yesterday, that just disregard me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And older,
I know what you're talking about.
older black fellas.
Yeah.
Who, you know, like I think they're like, oh, so are you part of this big organisation? If I say no, like I'm disregarded.
Yeah.
So it's them people who I keep in the back of my mind as well. So when I get to a certain level, I hope that they come up and introduce themselves, and I say, I'll be nice, but I'll say, yeah, I remember when you swagged me off. Yeah.
Yeah. That's important. You learn from negative experiences, I think. You remember them. But yeah, I have very similar role models to your list, but I reckon that you got some nieces and nephews all around you on your Insta that I'm just so jealous you get to spend time with all these bubbers. What do they mean to you? And, you know, what kind of auntie are you to them?
So I often say like they're like my purpose, like they're.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna get emotional, but
You
they're
can.
like why
You
I
got
want to make change.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just the thought of them growing up and having equal opportunity to every other child of every other nationality in this country. That's what I want to strive towards, and not just my nieces and nephews. Any young Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander Jarjum who's coming through needs to have that opportunity. So that's just the purpose as to why I'm trying to do what I do.
They're so cute.
And
I
the
can't deal.
And the type of auntie I am.
Do you spoil them?
Nah, see, I'm not the fun favourite auntie.
Neither am I, actually.
Yeah. But the auntie that when they come with me, like I'm firm.
Yeah.
And like, I must just get on their nerves so much, because if I have my 3 nephews with me, they all want to talk over each other. And so when they're with Auntie Nay in the back seat, when one talks, we all listen.
Oh, that's good.
And they all just, so they get a bit growly with me, but they always want to come sleep over. Like they love being around me, but I'm just firm with them.
That's probably why.
Yeah.
Because you're firm but lovable. Yes. I got a couple more questions, then we'll play a game. Okay. What would you say to a, 12-year-old, 13-year-old Renee, if you could go back and say something to her and give her some advice about what you know now?
Ooh.
Tough one.
12 or 13-year-old Renee. I'd definitely say understand the concept of learning and how important education is. Don't always want boyfriends and try and base your life around boys, which I didn't listen to my mum about. And just know that everything will be all right.
Yeah.
Just as long as you work hard and you apply yourself in all that you do, everything will be all right.
When you talk about education, did you have some people have horror stories going through the education system, and some didn't mind it and some really used it. What was your schooling experience like?
Good question. So I really struggled through school, like severely. Like I never, still to this day, like I struggle with the understanding of learning or to really understand how to read something and understand it. Like I have to get up and I have to do it. Like I'd rather talk every day. Yeah. Then I'm getting better now, but then write a report. Yeah. But throughout high school, like I got like an ATAR of like 33. Yeah. And like, so I went through the alternative pathways at uni, but I remember going back to school and everyone would ask, oh, what'd you get? I used to say 80. Like,
Hey, I was doing the same thing, especially in senior years.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I just struggled. And I think even through university, it's just about, I don't know, I can't understand what I don't, it's like I have no memory. I recall the work. So it was something that I really struggled with going through school.
So you're at uni now, or
Yeah.
What are you studying?
So Bachelor of Health Science, majoring in Aboriginal health. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So 3 subjects off graduating.
And you're working full time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good on you. That's awesome. But I agree, like, education is key. And like you said, especially for our young people out west, and, you know, if you do get an ATAR of 30 or 20 or 40 or whatever, it's not the end of the world.
No.
And I think if you just are passionate about something and you follow it and work hard for it, I think people are capable of any type of success.
100%.
Okay, it's that time again where we play Is It the Real or Is It Gammon with our deadly $65 million paddle. So this is yours. Is it the real? Is it true or yes? Is it gammon, false or no? I will try and not stitch you up, but I probably will. Okay, the first question is, you last year recently did a TEDx talk on YouTube. Can you tell, is that the real or gammon firstly? And can you tell Mob at home what a TEDx talk is?
So that is real. I did do a TEDx talk last year. And pretty much what a TEDx talk is they get people to come in and talk about something that they are an expert on. Not that I'm an expert in that field, but someone who has a lot of knowledge around a topic to bring it to life in a 3 minute speech. In a 10-minute talk, so people around the world can watch it.
Is that what the X means?
No, so the X means is that so it's like a little franchise. So TED is the main people, and then so because I did it with TEDx Parramatta, like that's just a feeder to
right.
TED. Yeah.
Trying to make sense out of the symbols.
Yeah.
Terrible. Okay, next question. Is it the real or gammon that you're like the biggest Penrith Panthers fan and that you used to be in their cheer squad?
That is gammon. But I was in the Parramatta Eel cheer squad. I was actually.
Yes,
actually.
And tell the story now.
So I think we were forced into it because Parramatta was my dad's team, but we were like the tiny tots, and it was the couple of years where they like hardly won a game, so we should just sit there freezing.
Don't. What did they make you wear? Like
the little skimpy.
Oh no! Yeah. Oh bless. I see them kids and go, oh no.
I know. It's like, what are your parents doing to you?
But I also don't believe you, so I need to see photos. Can you please post them?
All right.
That's the best. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's just luck that that was good. Okay. Is it the real or gammon that you've been to Switzerland and spoke on the world stage about Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander women?
That is the real. Yes, I did.
How was that?
So that was a really good experience.
Mm-hmm.
So I went on behalf of the New South Wales Aboriginal Land Council's Youth Council.
Wow.
So as the Sydney Newcastle Youth Rep, we got to go across to the United Nations in Geneva and address the expert mechanisms on the rights of Indigenous peoples. And I spoke about Indigenous women in parliamentary positions or leadership positions.
How long ago was that?
A year, just last July, August, yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Were you nervous when you delivered into the little microphone?
Yeah, so if you see in the video,
yeah.
I was a bit like misjointed because at the United Nations, you don't actually know when you're going to speak.
Ah.
Yeah, so they'll just say, representative from the New South Wales Aboriginal Land Council or Australia. So, like, they don't say your name, and because she had such a heavy accent, I couldn't actually understand what she was saying. So I was just sitting around looking around. Everyone's looking at me and they're like, talking. I was like, okay, like jumped on and done it. So I didn't really have a chance to be nervous, and I just remember reading it like not looking up. It was just
so good.
Yeah,
that's the best. Okay, last one. Is it the real or gammon that you love spelling your last name with a P?
Oh, you went there. You went there.
H-O-M-P. S-O-N.
That is gammon. Gammon. That is one of my like biggest pet hates. When people write P in my last name, I'm like...
Thomson.
Thomson without
not
a P.
Tomp.
not Thompson. I think people are deliberately doing it now.
I think so.
Like my mate who owns Black Fitness.
Oh, yes.
He sent down 2 shirts last night, and I looked at the package and I was like, Renee Thomson with a P. Then he crossed it out and wrote, ha ha. And I was like,
on the package.
On the package.
Oh, rude.
Yeah.
So rude. Well, my sis, that's the end of our episode. I want to thank you so much for coming in, spending time with me, having a yarn. I honestly feel like it's gone too quickly, and we probably should just go and yarn and catch up for dinner and let that go for hours, because like I said, she's just amazing. She's working so hard for her community, and yeah, it's really like to watch it is inspiring and makes me want to do more and do better. So yeah, we need sisters like this in our community. So yeah, thank you.
Well, thanks, yes.
And if you liked the episode, please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and comment and like it and all the things, and share it. Okay, so we're going to see you soon.
Bye.